Hello UPSC aspirants. One small mistake on exam day can cost an entire year of preparation. That's why at Legacy IAS Academy, we have come up with some powerful do's and don'ts on examination day that can improve your confidence, can help you in time management, and can ensure that you excel the prelims examination with flying colors. Stay till the end to know some golden tips that is going to be crucial for this year of examination. Now, first of all, before leaving for the examination hall, you have to have essential checklist. That means you have to follow, you have to ensure that you are carrying the admit card and preferably keep two print copies with yourself, because sometimes while you're traveling you might misplace some of the copies, and without admit card it becomes difficult to get entrance into the examination hall and the examination premises. Also carry original valid photo ID card with yourself. Third, keep 2 to 3 black blue ballpoint pens. As you know that many time while writing examination, what happens, you think that this pen is good but maybe there will be some problems and all that, so that time you'll have the backup. You do not have to suddenly worry, because even few seconds, few minutes of worry, stress that will come to your mind can actually this impact your impact your examination, as you might get wrong answer or pick up the wrong answers. Now, see, one mistake that people do, that they think that this is a very important examination. I'll wear new clothes, I'll wear some fresh clothes. But what actually happens if you are wearing some clothes for the first time, you do not know how this cloth would fit upon you, whether you feel comfortable or not comfortable. So do not do this mistake. Wear simple, comfortable clothes which you already have worn several times before, so that you not have to, your mind does not have to worry about all these kind of things. And most important, people many times are very much stressed, they are anxious, they also many times are excited if they feel that they have prepared very well for the examination and now finally the D-day has come. But do not commit that mistake, because the efficiency with which your mind will work in examination hall directly depends on the hour of sleep that you have night before. So many times generally students sleep for 7 to 8 hours, but just before examination the previous day they sleep less or they sleep more. In both of the cases you might feel the impact of this. So make sure that do not do any or do not make any sudden changes in the sleeping routine, either in the duration of sleep or in the duration of the time, or basically the time at which you go to bed as such. Don't carry prohibited gadget. This goes without saying. Mobile phones, smart watches, calculators, and all this kind of thing. Don't skip breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and that will also provide you with energy. And make sure that you eat protein in breakfast. Don't experiment with new food or medicine also. So basically follow the similar kind of routine that you have followed throughout the entire year or maybe your entire life. Do not make any sudden changes. Do not take any new medicine that will make you more anxious and such. Now, most important, reach the center early, because maybe for some of you examination center would be in some different cities, some different states also, or maybe in the same city but in an area that you never would have visited before. So avoid panic, because traffic jams, gate closure, all these are anxious thoughts that would keep coming to your mind. And again I told you that the calmer you are before and during the examination, higher is the chance of your success. Higher or lower is the possibility and probability of committing silly mistakes. And as you know, in prelims examination, even 0.5 marks can have a huge impact on determining whether you will get selected or not selected. Time for security checks and room verification helps settle anxiety before exam begins. Verify room number, seating arrangement, and all that. That's why I have suggested that reach to examination premises at least 30 to 45 minutes before, because obviously on the examination day you do not have to prepare about it, right? You not have to read about something. Whatever preparation is required, you already are done. Be comfortable with the stage of your preparation. Do not be anxious that other person have prepared this much, other person has read that much. Don't enter the center at the last minute, and also don't argue with anyone, including security staff as such. Document items, admit card, valid ID proof we have discussed, black blue ballpoint pen, transparent stationery pouch. These are something which are allowed in examination hall, and you should definitely carry. Now, as you know that UPSC examination is not only checking your knowledge, it is also testing your temperament, and that's why you are required to be mentally prepared before examination as well. Now, for this, what you have to do, you have to stay calm and breathe normally. Even if you feel stressed, even if you feel that what will happen, a lot of thoughts will come. What if you fail in the examination? What if unexpected question come? So do not think about that before the examination. Trust your preparation completely. Whatever you have done till now is more than enough to ensure that you sail through this examination. Read instructions carefully. That is where silly mistakes come. You many times do not read what actually is being asked in the question, whether they are asking correct or incorrect statement, whether they are asking is true or not true. So make sure that you read instructions carefully. Start with confidence. Do not discuss difficult topic outside the hall, because this examination, prelims examination, has two papers: general studies and the CSAT paper. Many times, whenever you are difficulty discussing difficult topics outside the hall, even in the break or even before the start of examination, that would only make you more anxious, and that will again impact your score in the next paper. Compare preparation with other. Do not compare it. People have prepared based on their own understanding, based on their own effort they have put. Do not panic if you forget something temporarily. If you remain calm, and if you have studied it, if you have read it, if you are calmer, it is much more probable that this fact information would easily come to your mind. You will be able to recall it at a fast rate. Now, once you are given the question paper, as we know that question paper of UPSC Prelims comes in various sets. Sometimes you have the questions that are difficult. They are put in the first section of the paper for some sets. Sometimes what happens, like in set C, set Z, set D, there may be possibility that easier questions may be put first. So do not first of all worry if you look at first 2, 3 second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question and you feel that none questions you are aware about it. So keep on this moving further. And as soon as you come across the easier set of questions, solve those easier questions first. That should be your strategy in round 1. In round 2, then attempt moderate difficulty questions. And only in round 3, then you revise, take calculated risk. If suppose you know that 4 options are given, 3 options you are aware about, 1 option you are not very sure about. In that case, you are expected to take calculated risk, because again, as per the given pattern of question trend of we can say the cutoff marks that we are seeing in last couple of years, you're expected to attempt adequate number of questions. You cannot expect your selection if you're attempting very less number of questions also. That's why in round 3 you are expected to take calculated risk, and you will also use several techniques such as elimination technique to find the correct answer. Do read every keyword. Again, I'm emphasizing this is a silly mistake that many aspirants commit in the examination hall. When they come out, when they again reanalyze and discuss with friends, then only they understand that they have committed a mistake. So make sure that you read properly, whether correct statement is being asked or incorrect statement is being asked. If keywords such as only is given, must is given, not is given, make sure that you go through them properly. Do not rush through comprehension passage or a statement when you are attempting the CSAT paper examination. Now coming to the most crucial part, that is the time management. So what is the suggested strategy for GS paper? As we have discussed, in the first 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes, we can say, you should try to attempt easy question. Easy question means which you are comfortable that you have the answer, you know the answer, you have read about it, there's no doubt about it. Or such questions which are only A, B, C, D, 4 statements are given and only one of the statement is correct or incorrect. So such questions are relatively easier. Next 50 minutes, moderate question, you should try to attempt, try to think, try to analyze, try to use the concepts. For example, in geography, many questions are applied based on applied concepts. So try to use the concept to understand that what can be the correct answer. And only in final 30 minutes, do the revision and ensure risky attempts. Now also during the examination, many times students or aspirants spend most of time in marking on the question paper itself, this is correct, this is incorrect, and in that many times they feel rushed in the last minutes that they have to color the OMR sheet. So keep checking time after every 25 to 30 question. Avoid spending too long on one question, because many times what will happen, you get emotionally attached to a question, and the reason is simple. The reason is because if you have studied certain topics very well and question seems to be coming from that topic, but still you do not know what is the right answer, you think that you have read this, you should be able to answer it. If you're not able to answer this question, that means it's something wrong. That is nothing wrong, because UPSC gives 1-2 such kind of questions, bouncer questions every year. And if you are finding the question difficult, that means most of aspirants would also find that question difficult as such. So do not engage with that question too much. Do not get emotionally attached to the question. Mark it for later if you get the time for later review, and then keep moving forward. Now, in intelligent guesswork and negative marking, we have to aware about. So, use elimination technique wherever it is possible. Attempt only when probability is reasonable. For example, I told you, suppose a question is given where 4 options are there. Out of that 3 options, you know that these are correct, whether the 4th option is correct or not. In that case, because the probability of success is higher, because either you if you talk about this, if you are aware about the 3 options or not only about one option, then you might mark it correctly. But if you know only one option, three options, you completely have no idea about. In that case, it is better to leave it. Attempt only when probability is reasonable. Trust logical reasoning. Don't blindly try to guess, because many times what happens, you think that okay, I have attempted just 70 questions, 75 questions, I have to, you like for example, you might have given mock test before, and in every mock test you have attempted 90 questions, for example. You will think that I have just attempted 70 questions. Why? Now see, mock test and actual examination, there can be a drastic difference. So if you are able to attempt only 70 questions, it means that the question paper is relatively difficult. You do not have to over attempt due to pressure that I have to reach the number of 90 as such, right? Because if you are over attempting due to pressure, and if you start blindly guessing that this should be right, this should be right, in that case, chance is higher you will pick up the wrong answer, and UPSC would penalize you because of the negative marking concept that we have. Now coming to the OMR sheet, because it does not matter how much you know, what matters is what you have put or what you have colored on the OMR sheet. So do darken circles properly, fill OMR also carefully after small batches, because many times the aspirants are very much anxious, very much excited. They try to circle the answer of the questions itself, but at the same time, it is equally important that write your roll numbers carefully, mark your this OMR carefully as far as the roll numbers and all these informations are concerned. Don't overwrite or damage OMR sheet. Do not mark in hurry during the final minutes. So roll number and all should be marked in the early stage itself. What to do if the paper feels difficult? You have to stay mentally strong, because if you have really prepared well and if you're finding paper too difficult, trust it is difficult for majority of the aspirants. Difficult paper affects everyone equally, and UPSC is not testing your absolute knowledge. Your selection would depend upon the relative mark you're getting compared to the other people. So if everyone is finding it difficult, that means so cutoff will definitely go down. You do not have to worry about it. So cutoff will decrease for all candidates. Focus only on the controllable factors, and controllable factor is remain calm. Do not over pressurize yourself. Do not over exert yourself. Do not worry what will be result in the examination hall itself. Your job is simple. You have to find such question whose answer you will be able to mark correctly. Do not panic after seeing initial tough question. I told you that questions are basically randomly distributed in A, B, C, and D set. So first 5-6 questions may be difficult, but after that you will find that 7-8 questions are of easier nature. Do not mentally quit midway that no. Now many times aspirants do this mistake. They think that okay, this year question paper is very difficult. I do not know answer of many of the questions. Okay, I will try next year. So you get lethargic. Do not do that. Do not quit mentally midway. Unless and until result is out, unless and until the cutoff is declared, you are still in the game. Remember, consistency always beats panic as far as the UPSC examination is concerned. Now coming to the last golden tip, exam day success formula, you have to keep this thing in mind. Preparation already done. You cannot do anything on one day or on the day before or on the day of examination. You cannot read or study information. You do not have to focus upon that. Many times aspirants commit this mistake. They talk with their friends on the examination day or a day before, and friends say, okay, I have read this topic now. You will think that okay, maybe I also should read this topic. I have not covered it well. Do not go into that mode. Just trust whatever preparation you have. That is more than enough if you be calm and composed. Calmness plus smart decision making you'll have to do. That means higher chances of better score. Trust your months and year of preparation. Avoid post-exam over-analysis immediately. I would suggest that after paper 1, do not think what was the correct answer, whether you mark it wrong or right, because if you feel that you are getting less mark, it will make you more anxious and you will commit more mistake in CSET. And these days, the number and marks in CSET that you get also becomes very critical factor in ensuring your qualification. Many aspirants have faced the situation where they get adequate mark in the general studies paper but could not qualify prelims because of the lower marks in CSET. That's why if you want to do analysis, do only at the end of the day after completing both paper. I know it is easier said than done, but it will really help you on the examination day. In the last, I would try to end this video by saying a simple statement. UPSC is not just a test of knowledge, but also a test of temperament. That's why you have to strengthen your mind, strengthen your temperament, and you will sell through the examination. That's all for this particular video. Thank you very much.